one thing I miss is Adrian Speedway and stuff like that in Lynn County, because it seemed like over there, I mean, everything was just basic.
Hey everybody, Kenny Hubbard, Razor Edge Productions, here today with Nick Gibson, Nitro Nick, G1. Nick's a third generation racer, and well, we're going to hear about where Nick come from today and what that's been like. Before we do that, if you guys would go like and follow the page, invite your friends. A few followers from 1,000. We're really Shannon's really excited about hitting that 1,000 mark. Let's make that happen. Just need a few of you. Come on. So we appreciate you guys watching. I want to say that too, and everybody that's letting us interview them and being a part of this. This is something special to Shannon. She puts a lot of time and effort into this, and I said it before. She's as passionate about her videos and stuff as we are about racing. So if you need a video done or something, hit her up, give her an opportunity. So Nick's third generation racer.
Yes, sir.
So I guess what's your first memories of being at the racetrack then?
Well, that'd probably be, I was little when my dad was racing at Nevada. That'd probably been, if I remember right, probably 81-ish, probably somewhere around there.
Playing in the dirt?
Yeah, actually, to tell you the truth, when my dad raced there, we would always stop coming in there, basically right across from 3M. There used to be a liquor store. And my dad would always stop there, grab a 12-pack of beer, and he'd grab me a beef stick. And then he would put me in the seat of the car, and I would ride from there just down the road to Nevada, and I'd get to sit in the car all the way until he got right at the pit gate, because back then they used to line up on that left road, because they pitted on the end and then on the inside the track, because the junkyard used to be on the
south side.
Down turns 1 and 2.
I think I've seen pictures of that.
Yep. So I would sit there and ride into the track with my dad, or sit in the car until deal, and then either my mom or my grandma would come get me out of the car and take me up and sit up in the stands.
So was just your dad racing, or was your grandpa still racing?
My grandpa wasn't racing. He just did it in mechanic for my dad.
Helped him out?
Yep.
Nice. So what was your dad, what was he racing?
I guess you'd want to call it street stock back then, but it was a 71 fastback Mustang.
Nice. Mustangs. You don't see very many of those even back
No,
then.
I think it was between, there might have been a few other ones out there, but Jerry Mead's the only other one out there that always ran the fastbacks and was competitive all the time.
Yeah, there wasn't. That's the other thing too. Usually when you see them, they wasn't very competitive. There wasn't very many guys made them go real good.
Yeah.
It seemed like something different about them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're growing up at the track with Dad. What point did you decide racing something you wanted to do?
Oh, probably when I was about 5 years old. My dad, we always had little toys or go-karts and stuff like that. And then,
Right.
so about, I think 5 years old, I started racing go-karts just around locally, little deal. We didn't go too far, but so we raced those, and I think I raced them for 3 years, I think. And then I think about eight, when I was 8, I think I switched over and started racing 3-wheelers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, old school, 250X Hondas, 250 Tri-Zs, Kawasaki Ducatis.
Whenever somebody calls sprint cars tumble buggies, the 3-wheelers are always what I think of.
Oh yeah, they were fun. They could be dangerous, but I was real good at that. So like I say, I did that probably. I raced 3-wheelers for a couple of years, and then they come out with some of the 4-wheelers. I started racing those until I think around 11, maybe 12, and then I switched over to dirt bikes.
Was your dad still racing?
No, my dad basically he quit, I believe, a couple of years after my sister was born. So I think around 84 maybe.
Family deal then, like
Yeah.
a lot of guys.
Yeah, back in, like I say, he didn't make much money, and I'm sure, jobs weren't the greatest deal, but so then he thought it was more important to have food on the table and support the kids and
Then go racing.
then go racing, so,
You gotta understand that.
oh yeah.
So you're racing dirt bikes. How long did that last before you decided?
Till I was 15. I raced those around here locally a little bit, but I raced, I moved up to Fort Wayne, Indiana with my dad when he transferred up there with General Motors.
Okay.
When the Leeds plant shut down here in Kansas City, my dad was off work for a little while, and then he got back on and he took the job in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the truck plant. So I moved up there with him for a while, and I was racing old CR 125 Honda at Haspin Acres and stuff outside of Indianapolis, and then I went up to Michigan and ran up there, but looked mainly just right there around Fort Wayne.
They do a lot of indoor racing up there, don't they?
Yes, there's a lot of that, a lot of outdoor stuff. Like I say, we go up to Michigan quite a bit and run up there in the bottom of the mitten and stuff like that. I met a kid up there when I deal and just lived down the road from me, and he was big into it too. So he ran Kawasaki stuff, and then I actually bought my bike from Jeremy McGrath's mechanic.
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
Yep.
So had a good piece then.
Oh yeah, she was a hot rod. I can tell you that. Let's just say I spent a few times in the hospital.
Bike go one way, you go the other.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had to learn.
Right.
So, but yeah, I tried a lot of stupid stuff. Did a lot of stupid stuff, and I pay for it today because I think I tore every tendon and ligament in my body at least once or twice. I had 2 concussions. I tore all the muscles in my back in half because of a dirt bike.
That's not good. Kind of lucky
No.
to still be upright then.
So yeah, and then, well, like I say, right after that, I was like 15, 16. I still had my bike at 16, but we bought it. Right, actually, my first race car was that, as I was telling you earlier, that 4-cylinder
Yeah.
Chevy Monza that we bought, and I was 16 years old, and then
And started out with number 11.
yes, I started out with number 11.
Because number 11 was Dad and Grandpa's number.
Yes, sir.
So when he was telling me before we started here, when he started, there was a bunch of 11s around.
Yep.
So now, since he said that, I'm trying to think about how many 11s around, see if we need to get him switched back here.
Well, I've thought about that myself, going back to that. I even, I think there's actually a couple other guys that I raced with this year that are actually switching numbers and going back to what their dads ran.
That's cool. That's from the heart. I love that stuff.
Yeah, and in a matter of deal, there's a guy out there that we race, Derek Brown,
Yep.
and his dad, Tim. Well, his dad is number 1, and Derek's number 11. So
Because
it's kind
of
of
that.
like the deal, yeah, it's kind of one deal. So that was the same way with me and my dad, it's number 11 and 1.
Well, Derek, give old Nick a call. Let's see what we can do. A little number swapping
Yeah.
here. Might be time. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's like I say, now I got the G1 number, and you got old Tony England running the G1, which
Yeah.
he's raced a lot longer than I have, but
Yeah.
so I always, whenever we're at a race somewhere or whatever, I just put an N behind mine, just call it G1 N.
Might be time then. Might be a place for the 11.
Yep. I've thought about it. Maybe next year switching back.
So 15, you get you this 4-cylinder. It was a Monza, right?
Chevy Monza.
And you start racing at Adrian?
Yep, actually, I can't tell you the guy's name, but he raced that car at Adrian's son, and it was white, red number 44 was the deal. And I got I cannot remember his name. Lived outside of Raymore, I believe. But I bought that from him. Who knows? I don't think I maybe gave him $600 or something for it.
For the,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
No, that was.
Of course, back then,
I wish we could buy them things for $600 now, but.
I'd race a lot harder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I bought that, and then we took it home, and I finished building that thing or putting it together. We went out and bought what was that? A Pontiac 151 out of I think it was what is that thing? An AMC's I think is what it was in. Because they're bigger cubic inch than a lot of the other Chevys 4-cylinder.
Okay.
So Pontiac had bigger cubic inch, and I wanted to go fast, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, you know. So, you know, kind of like the Pinto motors, you could bore them out, put 302 pistons in them, you know,
Make a little more power.
Yeah, yeah. I was, you know, maybe I was trying to cheat with them, I don't know.
Just trying to go faster
Yeah,
than everybody
yeah.
else. That's
Yep,
all.
Yep, I raced that thing probably, maybe 6 times, about all I ran it. I mean, hell, I was in high school, I didn't have that much money. We just ran it when I ran it when I could, you know, and hell, I think that same year, my dad bought me a trailer for my birthday.
So Dad was about it then.
Oh, yeah. Back, well, I was like I say, my dad was all about it because he was tired of paying hospital bills on the dirt bike.
Put you in a cage, buckle you in this seat.
Exactly, exactly, yep. And actually, to tell you another story there, my dad went, I don't remember, if he went out of town or something, but anyways, come back and I had the old dirt bike out the street. We was pouring used oil out there and I was cutting donuts and doing burnouts and everything on that four-wheeler. And then later that year, I went down to West Plains to Show Me 100. I always followed David Turner. And which I've only missed, I think. I didn't go to the very first Show Me 100, but I've been going since '94. And I've only missed one other year. So basically 2 show me's I think I've missed, and that's it.
That's a lot of damn good racing.
And it was awesome down there. And I always went down there and followed and watched David race in it, and a lot of other guys that I like to watch and deal. And then went down there and spent 3 or 4 days, and then I came home and went in the garage and didn't have a dirt bike. Didn't have a helmet, didn't have my boots, no chest protectors, no nothing.
Oh yeah.
Dad shipped it out the door. He wasn't paying any more hospital bills.
Done with it.
Mm-hmm.
You decided you was racing.
Yep.
Right then.
Yep. So he helped me out doing that for a little while. Like I say, we ran that little 4-cylinder about 6 times probably, and then I decided I needed a pure stock. So we sold that car and then went out and found some pure stock. Worked on it for a while and got it ready. In the meantime, we was, I think, what did I build? I think we built an enduro car. 1 or 2 of those, I think. Race those.
So having fun doing that.
Yeah, and a lot of guys or a lot of people will remember back in the day, back then in the mid-90s at Ignorant, and Glenn had the Race Your Neighbor races during intermission. And people out of the crowd could get out there, and you see them on Facebook, I think now, where a lot of tracks do that. And I traded an old beat-up pickup truck for a '85 Thunderbird that we took out there, and I raced it. I called it the Thunder Chicken. But yeah, I won, heck, I don't know, probably between the Thunder Chicken and my 3/4 ton pickup I raced out there, I think I won 6 or 7 of those.
Little matchups.
Beat your neighbor race, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at first Glenn, I think he was handing out gift certificates, you know, the Dairy Queen gets you a free ice cream cone or a meal or something.
Right.
Just little stuff like that, you go around, or something, O'Reilly's or something like that, little gift cards. And then later on, I think back about 97, 98 or something like that, somewhere in there, I think he started giving little trophies out, and I got a couple of those from winning in my 3/4 ton pickup.
Nice. So this is while you're putting your pure stock together, though.
Yeah, I did that. I actually raced pure stock a little bit in the meantime, but like I say, back then I was still in high school, and I didn't make, $150, $170 a week, maybe, if that.
Didn't buy many race car parts.
No, so we just, like I say, and I really didn't want to push my dad to, I was kind of all about doing it by myself. And my dad helped. He got me that trailer. He paid for the gas and stuff like that all the time, or I can use his truck to pull it down there. But like I said, maybe race once or twice a month, and then other than that, I was down there and helping a good friend, as I call him, more like a brother to me, Charlie Lozier. I helped him out in his modified. everything else, and I was had a pretty good time and learned a lot of stuff then.
Yeah, Charlie's pretty hot at Adrian. I mean, for
Yeah.
a long time, he's
I
fast.
know at one time, I think he won, I think it was 8 or 9 heat races in a row, you know, and then 3 or 4 features. And
Right.
all that, but like I say, I had a real good time and I learned a lot. And then we hanging out with a real good bunch of guys there in the modifieds back then. You know, Kevin Darling, Eddie Braid,
Yeah.
Hell like you know, Kurt Houchin, and all them guys all running back then. You know,
Right.
I mean there was, you know, Tarwater, all of them. I mean it was.
Whole slew of
Yeah, I mean, like I
real
say,
good drivers.
if you was at Adrian going to race A mods, that was a damn good bunch of
Yeah,
guys
that was
right there. Just good racing, fast.
Hell of a crowd.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see them all
And,
back
you know,
together
old,
again.
old crazy pants Kevin Morrow would show up there.
Oh,
once in a
yeah.
while. Put on a show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. So you're racing the pure stock off and on.
Yep. Yeah, I raced that probably, I would say till 2002-ish, 3-ish. I think something like that. I think well, actually, like, I think there was a couple times we switched back and forth, and I didn't really do nothing but, I had a Camaro. I think the old blue Camaro had paint numbers on it. But, we ran it, and like I say, I ran pure stock in it quite a bit, and I was okay. And that was back, like I say, right then, where I think a lot of number 11s. I think old Charlie McClellan ran number 11, and I can't remember some of the other guys, but anyways, that's kind of when I switched to G1. It was back then, and then, like I say, we ran there. I was mediocre there. I never could get that Camaro super fast at Adrian. I was 5th, 6th place, you know, maybe. But we'd go run on Friday nights. We would go down and run Lynn County. And then down there, I was top 3 every night.
Just car liked the track that
Yeah,
much better.
and I just, yep. And then there's a few times in there during the seasons that I quit running deal and just go run street stock.
With that car.
Yeah, with the same car, we just switched motors, and then because back then on the pure stocks, we had to run 7-inch wheels with DOT tires. So I went and bought a cheap set of white spoke wheels and took the old drill and drilled out the holes and making 5/8 and bolted them on, and I got a whole bunch of used tires from Kevin Darling, Charlie Laser, you know, a whole bunch of them guys. I could get their old used tires.
Give you something to run.
Oh yeah, ran with them, and then started running there, and then left old Aaron Seaball and Reasoner and Devin Irvin. Yeah, I pretty much got my butt handed to me.
Yeah.
But there was one night though I did get lucky and ran door to door with old Seaball.
Yeah.
Ran door to door with him, and we come down the last lap, coming out of 4, and my old transmission, old power glide seal blew out. I think I ended up 3rd.
Oh,
I
hell.
thought I had him because every time we'd pull out of 4, I could pull him a little bit. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna win. And you know.
Away she goes.
Yeah, that's my luck though.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Oh yeah.
So how long was it before you finally got one?
I don't know. It's probably, I'm trying to think, somewhere around, right around in there, probably 2002, somewhere around there. Got, I think, 1 or 2 wins, and like I say, I was up there 2nd, 3rd a lot, but you know.
Hard to stay there.
Oh yeah. But like I say, I might have maybe pulled some more, but like I say, I wasn't racing every weekend, you know. I was
Right.
money, and plus I was having a good time helping Charlie, you know. Charlie was doing good and everything, and me and some other buddies helping him out. We had a great time.
Just going and doing
Yeah,
that.
I mean, hell, I think just as excited as me winning, I was seeing him win,
Yeah.
you know.
He was winning a lot then too.
Oh, yeah.
At that time.
Well, a lot of them guys you become good friends with, you want to see them all win.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It's like I say, I followed David Turner. I've known David, you know, ever since I was a little kid, you know. I remember he built his first street stock. And I don't remember trying to think of which car it was, but I just just barely old enough to deal, and he's working on it in a one-car garage off his dad's barn there outside of Creighton. And he pulled out of there, and it was all dewy, probably 2 o'clock in the morning or something, and bam, slid right into the tree, and had to pull her back in, and had a well-new bumper on it, didn't even make her to the track.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But, yeah, you know, I followed him, you know, even went and helped him out when he used to run down at Joplin, good Joplin quite good.
He's got a car again.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I've been on him. I've been on him hard about getting him out racing.
Oh, yeah.
Get him to the track. So hopefully this year we'll
Hopefully.
see him a couple times. Get his ass drugged down there or something. Be
Yeah.
nice to see him at the track anyway. So at what point did you dedicate yourself to street stock?
Probably around 04, 05. That's when I just kind of went, we're going to full bore, but like, say, even before that, in the meantime, the other deal that I was, besides racing, I demo derby.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
That's basically where I get the nickname Nitro from.
Was from demo derby.
Yes.
Tell us about that. I wanted to ask you about that. Where did Nitro come from?
Yep, that was from demo derbying. I started that basically when I was right around 16 or 17 too. We just build old cars, go out and have a little fun, but I wasn't all about hanging out and tippy-tapping. You know, I wasn't high-fiving buddies. I wanted the bonsai drop track shot your ass. You know? I was there to put on a show for the crowd. That's what I deal. And even my buddy Charlie, even at one time, bought me a T-shirt that said "One Hit Wonder." You know, because I'd go out there, I'd just throw a car in one hit. You know, but later on, I'd try to save it a little bit, but we built better cars. I got better at it.
As you figured it out.
Oh yeah, and then there ain't nothing like the ones they build today. But you know, them guys with the cages and what do you want to call it, motor cradles and.
There's a whole damn science
Oh
to it.
yeah, shit. We didn't have any of that stuff. It was just you gotta learn how to cut the frames, learn how to do this and that. You know, and you had to learn how to cheat a little bit. You know, so.
Where to notch it, where not to.
Oh yeah, and like I say, I was pretty good. I was pretty good. My back ends folded up. I'd have little issues with those, but my front ends held up good. And I was pretty good at building them mid-80s, you know, early 80s to mid-80s Chevy wagons.
Oh yeah, big old heavy Chevys.
Yeah, not as heavy as the old school ones, you know, with deals, but I could build them. I could build them wagons pretty good, and we learned how to put leaf springs on the back of those wagons with the coil springs, but run them underneath the rear end, and then notch, you know, put your shackle in the back, cut a hole in the frame, and bolt them in and run them like Mopar did underneath
Okay.
the rear end. But then you also have your coil. Because if you tried to run them on top and take the coil out, it set them too high, and then you can drive over and flip them over. So we learned how to do that.
Deal, tricks, even to derbying.
Oh yeah, we traveled around. We'd go run some of these big shows, you know, 5,000, 10,000 to win deals every once in a while, and you know, show up there. There's some big dogs there.
Yeah.
Get your ass handed to you quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when I ran a lot, if you went to Kansas, you was from Missouri, your ass got handed to you.
You're gonna get ganged up on.
Oh yeah. So I learned to get buddied up with a few guys that were good guys, like Justin Manahan and Ryan Schreer, Kenny Vest. There's a few others, but they gave me some old Kansas license plates to put on my truck and my trailer, so when I pulled in, I looked like I was from Kansas. So I didn't get picked on as much. But,
Get you a little break in the arena, did it?
oh yeah, I'd actually last a little longer. They'd stay off of me for a little while.
Everybody hitting one car on the green.
Oh yeah, they'd pick on you bad. And that was back in the day, and hell, even me and Greg Clemens one year we put on I think 6 or 7 derbies ourselves, promoted them and put them on and had them. I think we had one or two at Nevada Speedway. We had one at Butler. at the track there. We had some at Garden City, some at Urick. We put one on, I think, at the motocross track at Merwin. And then I'm trying to think where was one of the other ones at, but yeah, we did that. That we called it, what is it? We called it the Bushwhackers versus the, what the heck? What was it back in the day?
Oh, hell, I can't, oh, shit, I can't remember.
They didn't Nevada, it's got the Bushwhacker days or something,
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
What do they call the Kansas guys? I can't remember.
Jayhawks.
Jayhawkers. Yeah, so it's basically bushwhackers or whatever. It's worse than Jayhawkers.
Yeah.
Most of the time, them guys from Kansas is pretty serious about their stuff. They've been hurting on some of the Missouri boys.
Yeah. Build good cars.
But yeah, but we learned a lot too.
Right.
You know, some of them guys, like say Justin and Ryan and Ken, and I mean, there's old Les Foster ran. He was a badass. A lot of them guys helped me out, gave me some pointers. No real deal, and I started building better cars.
Right. Learn how to do stuff kind of as you go.
So yeah, so back then, I would say some part of that late 90s and in the early 2000s, there was, you know, maybe race once or twice a month and derby twice a month. And then there's sometimes I even let my car set for a month, like street stock or whatever else. Just to, one thing, I got tired of the drama at the racetrack.
Right.
You know,
Seems to be.
certain tracks you go to, it seems like there's a lot of drama and a lot of bullshit. So,
Yeah, good dose of shit to deal with.
yep, so I just go derby and then take all your frustrations and bullshit out on somebody else when you're allowed to do it.
Right, right. Instead of getting your race car tore up.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
You know, and sometimes you get tired of all the crybaby whine and drama with the derby, and then you go
racing.
Yeah, go racing. You
Get
know?
a break from the derby.
Yeah, yeah. I switched back and forth all the way to that probably until, I'd say, '08.
So pretty good stretch then, back and
Mhm.
forth.
Yeah, and like I say, even in that stretch between me, Charlie, my buddy Chris, my stepdad at the time, and we all built enduro cars. And we ran every Sunday. That last Sunday of each month, Glenn had a enduro at Adrian. We ran those. I ran, I think, 2 or 3 enduros over at Pleasanton, over Lynn County. I think we ran one at Nevada, and we'd even go clear up to Thunder Hill Speedway at Mayetta, because they were paying, I think they paid at $1,500, and you had to draw numbers up there, and they started you 3 wide.
Oh, that's wild. I've seen that a few places.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. But like I say, we'd go up there and we started going around running those, and hell, there a lot of times we was making better money doing that than we was racing.
Racing.
Yeah,
That's
like
wild.
I say, a lot of that derby stuff I made way more money than
The
racing.
racing.
You know, because like I say, some of them cars, I think them derby cars, I think I ran some of them 4 or 5 times. Then I'm out, crease man again and go.
Go again.
I think we had one, I had a 73 Impala, I think I ran at least 4 times, and I know that Chrysler, old 65 Chrysler wagon that we put together, I think it ran 6 or 7 times.
That's pretty good on a derby car. I can't hardly see one
Oh, that
lasting.
thing was a tank, but yeah. I'd say if we ran them cars now against the way they build them now, yeah, they wouldn't have lasted that long.
No time. Yeah, they build them now. Hard, tough.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them you don't see them bend or
Hell,
move
some
or
of them spent
flex.
3 months building them,
Right.
destroying them in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? But that's, everybody's got what they want to do.
Right. That's right.
I'd like to do it all, so. But 2002, I believe, I broke my neck doing it.
Derby.
Yeah.
So,
So I kind of laid off of that for a while, and then we did it some, but I didn't build any of the real hard cars. You know, just kind of more like the chain and go stock class, where you couldn't really do a whole lot to them.
right. No.
The cars were more flexible instead of stiff and hard, you know what I mean?
Right,
It would
right.
jerk you around as bad.
So what broke your neck was the...
Whiplash,
Yeah.
State Fair, Derby.
Did you know it was broke when it happened?
Nope, found out later. Kept having problems and issues, and found out that she snapped off right up here.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and that's why everybody gives me shit about not wearing a Hans device and these things, but I can't stand anything. I just wear the regular necklace.
Right. There's, everybody has their choice. I think everybody ought to wear something.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I mean, that's why I got a lot of hurt body parts, is because I didn't think.
Right.
You know, I just did it. So
How
now that I'm older, you think more, and
right, it hurts a lot longer. Affects
exactly. Plus, when you got kids and wife and family or whatever else, you start thinking about that stuff.
you. Now, so you had almost ripped your back muscles in half.
Yep.
In a dirt bike accident in Indiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does, I mean, these are pretty serious injuries, and you hear guys have stuff like this and they can't get in a car again. Does that affect you driving?
You know, no, I've dealt with, I went through my physical therapy and all that stuff. I get stiff, especially with this weather.
Right.
That's my big, usually in the summertime, it's not too bad. You know, I'll ache and stuff like that, but I've learned derbying and running those dirt bikes is you don't panic. I mean, you know what you're going to do, you know what I mean?
Right.
You hitting guys at 30, 40 miles an hour head on in a derby car. You know, you learn to take your hands off the wheels, or somebody track shots from the side. You take your hands off so don't break your wrist or your fingers. I just learned, I don't panic. I just, you know, it's like flipping down there at Lake of the Ozarks this year. That's the first time I've ever turned a race car over. Derby cars, other stuff I did on purpose, yeah, I've been upside down. But in a deal, I didn't panic one bit. All I said was, oh shit.
Kind of knew it was.
Yeah, I just said, oh shit, boom. And I'm not shitting you, I wasn't sore. No seatbelt marks or nothing, but my leg right here smacked that steering shaft and that steering bar, you know, from hitting so hard coming down. And it deep bruised and gave it hematomas or whatever else and broke blood vessels in the leg.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, that was a pretty good roll.
Yeah, and even today it still hurts. The doctor told me it'd take sometimes up to 8 months for that to heal.
Yeah, and it ain't.
But other than that, I wasn't stiff, nothing.
Right.
I've learned to relax. And just
Right.
let
Don't
it go.
tense yourself up.
Oh yeah.
Just,
I mean, if you tense, that's what a lot of times is what gets you.
I thought I was going over once, and I still remember it like it was in slow motion. I reached up and turned the engine off and grabbed the belts, and luckily come to a stop.
Yeah, there's sometimes I remember back in the day, running at Butler years ago, probably back in 06-ish probably. Right around in there's some pretty bad ruts over there, 1 and 2 that I hit, and the old bad boy was up in the air, and as soon as she hit again, my foot was back on the floor. You know?
Give me traction back, we gotta go.
Yeah. I almost won that night too.
That's what, sometimes that character.
That same hole, or a hole, there used to be a pretty bad hole coming out of it. And I hit that, and it basically bent the tie rod and spindle a little bit and everything else, and it was hard to get through there. And I don't even remember who. I think it was, oh gosh dang it, old Mark Seltzer, old 69 down in Nevada.
Yeah?
Passed him, and then went in there and caught that hole just right from the lap car, and got that, trying to miss that thing, but the lap car, and boom, and bent that deal, and then Mark got back by me, and I finished second. Yeah.
Car probably went away at that point.
Oh, yeah, tire and wheels going like that. There was only one lap left, so that was.
Lucked out then, there wasn't more.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know how many races, well, just like in this past year, I think I was leading 2 or 3 times over there at Orangeburg this year. So,
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah, I mean, just stupid stuff.
How many, so, when did you quit? When did you decide to quit derbying? Or have you?
Oh, I haven't
Has
done,
it just been a while?
oh, I've wanted to, just to go out and do it.
Just to do it?
That was probably, I would say, I think the last time I ran was probably 2010.
So it's been a while then,
Mhm.
been quite some time.
Other than that, I actually was putting them on myself. I promoted some, or a few derbies, mostly Garden City. I think we did one down at Clinton once, and, and I went and helped some other associations out, just officialed and stuff like that.
Right.
Other than that, I ain't been in the car, I think, probably since 2010.
Just go being a part of it, helping them guys out. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah. I still go watch quite a bit,
Right.
when I can, so.
Yeah, there's some pretty good derbies around they put on around here locally.
Well, old Timmy Carter.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, see, his whole family did. I used to go duke it out with his uncle all the time.
Yeah, them guys are all about that derby.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause me and his uncle were like the bonsai droppers of the deal. I mean, it was one of us one on the other end, the other one the deal, and then till one of us hit the other one or something, and then
Take each
then
other
all hell
out.
broke loose.
That's great.
Hmm.
So did you decide to go racing full time then, or?
Yeah, I worked over the road quite a bit. So in a lot of that time, probably from 07 to, well, probably 05, all the way up 2012, 2013, or about 2012, I worked over the road quite a bit. So, I mean, wasn't any time, there's no full-time stuff. It was basically part-time.
When you were home?
Yeah, because sometimes I'd be gone 2 months at a time, sometimes 3 months, and then I'd
Right.
come back, and sometimes I wasn't gone but 2 or 3 weeks, but we'd come back, we'd race a little bit, maybe, here and there. But like then, I was maybe getting to race 5 times, 6 times a season, maybe.
Not
like that.
not too much then.
No. But I was making good money working over the road and having a good time.
And still putting some decent runs together racing during this
Oh,
time.
yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, we come back home, and like I say, I think I got 1 or 2 wins, I think, just and haven't raced for a month.
Just jump in and go
Yeah.
on a whim.
Yeah, pull the car off the jack stands and set it in the wind or hit it with air hose, blow the dust off of it.
Right. Get the dust blowed off of you. What's that take, a lap or 2?
Yep, yeah.
Of course, you've been doing it long enough. For me, it's a big deal. If I'm off 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball even in hot laps, I feel like I'm behind the car.
Oh, not me, I just over the floor.
Hang on and pray.
Yeah. I'm a hot lap winner quite a bit. I'm like John Brooks, as John Brooks says, well, I won hot laps.
What else do I need to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I was fast. Turned the fastest time, let's call her a night.
That's great.
Load her back up and go home.
So, when you got off the road and started being home a lot more, you started racing a lot more, right?
Yeah, I actually, I think I bought a couple modifieds actually, and was gonna try a B mod out, and that never happened. I just ended up selling them, and then I went right back and I actually traded a four-wheel drive pickup for Reasoners, Malibu.
Okay.
And that was probably 2012-ish or 13. I traded for that, and then went racing then.
So when and that's primarily racing Adrian.
Well, Adrian, I think, was closed then.
I guess
Yeah.
they would have closed
Yeah,
by
'cause
then.
they were closed in, 11 maybe?
So yeah, I think so, 10 or 11, something
Yeah,
like that.
I ran Green Valley in Nevada, and I in Lucas Oil. Went down to Lucas and ran some. We didn't quite have the motor to keep up at Lucas, but we ran decent. I think I was always around 9th or 10th or something down there, but that was a good old car. I mean, El Reasoner won, I don't know who knows how many races and
Just ain't no telling.
championships in that car. But
Right, ain't no telling. But
That
Chatty,
was a simple car, because how Reasoner ran it. I mean, it was a light switch to turn the power on and a light switch to start the car. wasn't no fancy push button. That guy won a lot of races with a 10-bolt rear end and light switches.
for toggle switches.
Yep.
For starter buttons.
Yeah, no high dollar stuff for reading. They're running on pump gas motor and,
Right. Drive like hell.
oh yeah, that old boy, he gave me a lot of pointers. He's rebuilt a lot of power glides for me too.
Right.
He's actually drove my cars a couple times. Troy has. Even that old Malibu, well, when I got it, I had little Bobby Brown was still in high school.
Yeah.
I let him come over and get it and take it and go race it.
Went and won.
Well, I don't know. Well, the deal there. I think he went to Nevada and he ran pretty good. And I don't remember, he might have had a little trouble with Humboldt, but
Oh, that's right. Okay. I was thinking about it. Greg's track.
oh yeah, great track. Yeah, that was his little 4-cylinder front wheel drive car.
Yeah, he won up there his first
Yeah.
race, if I remember right.
Yep, he would win there quite a bit. Like I say, I drove 4 miles down the road from my house to Greg's track and ran. That was fun.
Right there, that close to home.
Oh yeah, I took my brand new car over there one time and ran and won with it. Didn't even have it lettered up or nothing.
Just slick, put her out front.
Yep. I think I ran probably 6 races that one year. I think around 09 or 08, somewhere around there, and then he just had duct tape on there.
Right. So, how long have you been running what we're calling a super stock now?
Well, I guess super stock, since Power Ideal, so that's only, 3 years, but other than that, they're always whatever, I guess, street stock. Or,
Yeah, I mean, but this car that they've adopted to these rules has been around for some time.
yeah, I've been
so
running these style probably since 14, with all the deal with the weight jacks and the whole ordeal. And
Right. So where do you,
most of them other cars that I ran, I mean, hell, you could have ran them pure stock or street stock or whatever, basically switch a motor and.
right, these are getting where, to me as an outsider, these are getting to where they're a pretty secluded car as far as the cars that are good for this class. So how do you feel about where this super stock deal's headed? Got your new rules out, locked in 3 years?
Well, and I'm glad they are, because at first they wasn't gonna be locked in, and that's where it got a little sketchy, I thought.
It'd be nice. My
'Cause at
thought.
first, the deal, they weren't gonna lock them rules in there, but it's still, I'm hoping they don't make any more changes. We don't need any more changes. Just,
I'm not seeing why not more than 3 years. I'd like to just see them locked
yeah, I
in.
just like leaving this.
I mean, it's
the same.
unless we got to all get together and change something that becomes a problem or something, you know. I mean, developmentally,
Yeah,
the
these cars are
get-
fine the way they are. Just leave them alone and go.
Right, get much faster. They're pressing on
I mean, hell,
late
if
models.
you,
I mean,
you do that, yeah, throw some 14-inch wheels and a rack and pinion on it, and it would be a,
it'd be an old late model.
yeah, exactly.
It's damn good racing.
Might be an old Rayburn car.
There,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
They make for good racing. These Fender cars are just some of the best racing in the country.
Well, like I say, and especially if you come to CMS. I mean, CMS over there, I mean, you know, you got one of the best surfaces to race on. You got, them guys over there don't put up with any bullshit.
I mean,
You know, I mean, their programs run tip-top all the dang time, but you're also got, I mean, really, to look at it over there, if you look at the Power Eye National points and the super stocks, basically your top 10 guys in Power Eye points,
Put your arms down.
top 10 guys in Power Eye points race at that track.
right. It's heavy competition. It's
Oh, yeah.
any Saturday night. There's
Yeah, I mean,
6,
like I
7,
say,
8 guys over there that
You
can win.
run in the top 5 or 6 at Warrensburg, you're doing something.
Getting along pretty good.
Oh, yeah. You can keep up over there, you got you a good hot rod.
Right.
Either a hell of a wheel man and a hell of a car.
How many feature wins do you think you've got up to now over your?
Ain't that many. I ain't no Devin Urban and no Reasoner. Or, I ain't got no Poe wins, you know.
You ain't got enough shop for all them, I don't think.
I wish I could line them up like a lot of them guys do, but, you know, like I say, I've never took it super serious. You know, these last 3-4 years, we've took it pretty serious and went out and ran a lot of races, but
That's what
I
think.
did it for the fun because I like doing it.
Right.
I've never up to when Power Eye took over that deal and then ran for national points, that's the first time I've ever ran for points, ever. I didn't care.
A lot of guys aren't fans of it at all.
No, and you know, when I figured out over the last couple, 2 or 3 years running the Power Eye, like last year, I mean, to me, I'm not gonna run 50 nights or 45 nights or something to try to win $3,000 or $4,000.
Right.
To me, it's like last year. I mean, this stuff was breaking and steel, but to me, it took a little fun out of it.
Yeah, you was getting some shots there as far as stuff breaking and
Yeah, last
not
year.
had very good luck.
Last year wasn't my year. Yeah, I had a lot of bad, and I mean, there's a black cloud hanging over the car. So
Had opportunities come in front of you that was knocked down right in front of you the next
yeah.
step. So
oh yeah. But
it's,
like I say, we still had fun, and I raced with a bunch of good guys. I mean, we got like our own little family. It seems like.
right, the camaraderie with these super stocks there's nothing like it.
I mean, if you come over there to CMS, I mean, basically that one whole row. I mean, there's like 12 of us all in a row. I mean, and we all treat everybody like, I mean, each other like family.
That's what Scott mentioned last night, was about how when you go to the track, every other class is parked everywhere except the super stocks. And he got me thinking about that, and he's right. At Butler and Nevada both, when you pull in there, the super stocks are all parked together.
Yeah.
Whether you got the guys battling for points, with Aaron this year for the front row, some of these big races, the Lehman, and you guys are still all right there together, helping each other.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not afraid to tell somebody what I'm doing to this car or my other car. I don't care,
Right.
I mean, we all help each other out. I mean,
Right.
I know some guys, they don't tell, but every one of these cars is different. Everybody drives different. But you can try to help them steer them in the right direction, or, you
Right.
know what I mean, but.
Good competition.
Yeah.
Makes everybody better.
That's like, say, I went and bought, little blue cones, and I put everybody's number on them at Orangeburg. And then, like I say, Mark and, where the shop is, just down the road from the track. Well, when Aaron goes out to get his car ready for Saturday, he stops at the track and puts all our cones out, and we all
Right.
got our
Got
little
your spots
to
there.
park, and everybody's parked basically in the same spot every week. And
Makes it easy.
and sometimes I cook, I smoke ribs and pork chops and other stuff, and have it to eat after the races. And
I've still been waiting. I've been on you for 2 years about getting some Nick's sweetmeats.
yeah, some old natural mixed sweetmeat.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Another thing I gotta put a little shout out is to old Mama Muskrat on those fried bologna bacon sandwiches after the races too, that she whips up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you ever had one of those?
No, I haven't.
Oh boy, you're missing out. I mean, hell, it's just bologna and bacon, but it's good.
Goes with a beer, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Goes good with a beer.
Yeah, I'm usually that first one, get that beer usually. As I say it doesn't matter if I'm doing good, if I do good that night or I suck that night. I'm all about having a good time.
Right.
There's quite a few times last year, just after as much bad luck as I had, I was like, piss on it, I'm done. I'm not coming back. And then shit, Tuesday night, I was like, well, I better fix this damn thing,
Right.
I'd have her at the track, and they'd all be like, well, I thought you wasn't coming.
I said I wasn't, but
Yeah, I said it probably 3 or 4 times.
but here I am.
Oh, yeah.
I can't be defeated.
Yeah, and like I said, Michael Muskrat and them, they all, and the whole family there, loaned me the old Camaro, and finished out the season, or ran a few races in the Camaro. And
Yeah, that's right. Had a little bit better luck then. Not too
yeah, I
bad.
mean, like I say, that car's set for a little while.
Right.
It's a good car.
No, I
The
remember.
first night I took it out, I won the heat race by like about 3-4 car lengths, which surprised the hell out of me. And I thought, oh hell, started on the pole.
And if I remember right, not 30 minutes before that, we was talking about we didn't know what we was gonna have for sure. So
Yeah.
that works out good then.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to be able to jump in there and be able to handle something jumping in somebody else's car.
Yeah, well, like I say, we had to go through her a little bit. So now, I mean, we had that first night I won that heat race out in it, and then we started on the pole, and I don't know, about 6 laps in or whatever, we started, well, I couldn't hardly steer. Damn steering box locked up in it. So we put a new steering box on it. Hell, like I say now, I'll have that car down at Tiedemann's auction.
Okay.
So,
And that's the American Legion auction at Butler,
yep,
the 27th.
yep,
Next
I think
weekend.
is the date, next Saturday.
yep, next Saturday.
I think he said doors open at 8. Correct me on there if I'm wrong, Steve. I think doors open at 8 and auction starts at 9, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, so if anybody's looking for be a good pure stock or a street stock or maybe even a factory stock, whatever. I mean, it's got, like I say right now, it's got new steering box on, it's got new steering components on it, the header, I mean, it's complete roller.
Right.
It's got new brake calipers, new brake lines, all kinds of stuff I've put on it.
And this car was on the track just last year.
Yeah.
Won a heat race, run
Yeah, I think I won
pretty
a couple-
good.
I think I won a couple of heat races in it, and like I say, they're deal figuring out, like the car's set for 4 years, and we had some brake issues. I had to put new master cylinders and stuff in it, but
Right.
sometimes that car was a little hard to drive when it didn't have no brakes, and
It couldn't steer. And
yeah.
find out how strong you
we
are.
started, yeah. I want to say my arms were a little rubbery after a few times there, but I think a few times I just pulled her off and
Let them have it.
went to the pits and, collect my $80 or whatever it was and go on home.
Right. Have a beer and be glad you're done.
Oh, yeah.
Some of that sometimes.
But yeah, this is great. Like I say, I think it was, what was it, Memorial Day weekend, I think, or something like that, when Michael lost a motor. I loaned him, he was gonna drive all the way back, and he had lost a motor over at Callaway, I believe. I think is where it was.
Yeah, I think they was making their
Deal, and
round.
he raced over there, and then I was like, well, you might as well. I mean, you're already here. And, I'm bringing it to you. So he ran it, I think, 5 or 6 nights. I think he won a couple of races.
With it, right. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but that's what racing family does.
Right.
Now, let's say there's some guys out there I wouldn't trust in my shit, but,
Right.
but a lot of guys I would, deal, like I say, I even offered Aaron, when he was talking about, when he had the motor problems, I offered him motor,
Right.
but then he got to drive, Mike's car.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I was willing to tell him I'd bring it over. So we got 2 cars this year and 4 motors.
So almost ready to go. You got one car ready.
The other car is basically minus the motor, and I'll get it back this end of next week.
Okay. And so now you're putting a driver in this car.
Yes, this is my DHR car, 2022 DHR car. This is Derek Henson car.
Okay.
This car is going to be driven this year by Darren Chrysler.
Darren Chrysler. Where's
He's down by Springfield, just outside Springfield there.
gonna get an opportunity to run down there this year too? I seen.
Is it Cleaver, Missouri, or Clever, or whatever the heck you want to call it? He right down there. He's a big super stock guy. He ran Cash Money, I think, a couple years
Late models.
there, late models, and then he built him a brand new pure stock and ran it. And he's trying to help his business going and get it going, so he sold out of that deal. So me and him's been pretty good buddies for quite a long time, racing with him down at Lucas and everywhere else. He's drove my cars before, so he's pretty much on top of his programs. I mean, he's good about maintenance and
Right.
everything like that. He's pretty smooth, so.
Don't mind him taking one of your babies.
No, he's a deal, so he'll be driving this car, and I'll be driving the new PRC by Tin House.
Okay. What? Say his name again.
Darren Chrysler.
Darren Chrysler. And what number is he gonna run?
He's this one will be C1.
Okay.
It'll basically it's got all my sponsors. It's got his deal there on it, and then we got his dad on board too with his dad's landscaper, mowing and landscape business down there in Springfield, and then other than that, we just decided to put C1 on it, so there wasn't two G1s, and then another G1 is in Tony England, so.
I still, rap ain't finalized, folks. We're gonna push for the G11 still. I'm gonna push on him here.
But yeah, so basically both cars will be identical wrap wise, just this one will have a black front end with Monte Carlo nose, and my new car has a white Camaro SS nose on it.
There you go. Where's he gonna run with it? Is he gonna run up here, Butler,
He's gonna come, I believe he's gonna try to come up to CMS some weekly. I know we're gonna hit all the big shows, all the big money shows are gonna be hit. And that'll be just depending on what his schedule's like and all that. I don't know, like I say, haven't really discussed if we're gonna run weekly or not, if he wants to or what, but I know we're gonna hit all the big money shows.
So we're gonna probably hit that early show at Springfield.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try to get down there and practice a little bit.
There's a lot of guys excited about that. I think Jerry pushed real hard for that. I don't know anything about that, really, the dates or anything. I guess if somebody's watching that knows dates or something,
I believe it's
post
the
them
last
up. And
weekend of March, I believe.
I thought it was pretty early.
Yeah, if I remember right, I think it's the last weekend of March. Cause,
I believe you're correct. I believe so.
I know we're gonna try to go down and practice a little bit during that Sweetheart Enduro down there
Yeah.
at Springfield. We're gonna try to put some laps on both cars, but, cause I plan on going to Texas in the 1st of March.
That'll be fun. That
Run the Texas Grand, so.
Oh, really? And where do they have that at?
Cleveland, Texas.
Okay. And what's
105 Speedway.
Okay, 105. That's right. That's a big race. That's a lot of big guys down there.
Yeah, like I say, their cars are pretty much the same. I think they run on 4 barrels down there, which, I don't care about that. That don't bother me none, but it's a 1/5 of a mile track. It's small. Just dry slick, so we'll be fine.
Right.
I think it's me. I'll say if Muskrat gets his car going and ready, and then I know Teddy's going.
Welshmeyer.
Oh yeah. Oh Teddy.
Oh, we're gonna take a good crowd down there.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
be anxious to see how you guys do with them
I
guys.
think my little cush banging buddy Blaine Ewing, I think he's gonna go too.
Okay. Well, that ought to be fun. I'll look forward to watching that.
I'm pretty sure Ed Griggs is gonna go down too. I think he's taking his Model I down, I think.
Ooh, Psycho Ed.
Yeah.
We need to get Ed on here for an episode. We will one of these days.
Address it then.
What, Ed?
Yeah, there's people putting likes up. Say,
Yeah,
hey,
Ed, you need to get on here, buddy.
There you go.
We'll get him. I ain't got him cornered, got to talk to him yet.
Cornered him.
I don't see him that much when we ain't racing, when he ain't at the track and stuff, but
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's taking the Model I down, and I don't know, like I say, if anybody's interested in a good stock car with the Allen chassis that Ed's been driving lately is for sale, turnkey. And that's the
okay.
best of the best parts.
That is a damn nice car.
Oh yeah, she's for sale. They're wanting to get into the super stock.
Okay.
So
I think he put that, that's a USRA stock car, isn't it?
yeah.
He
That's,
put that thing-
Josh owns it, Crump.
Crump, right.
Yeah.
He put that thing out front with the super stocks one night
Mm-hmm.
on a track that I was surprised he got it done on. We looking at it, I thought maybe if everything went the other way, maybe he could
Yeah,
get it
it's
done.
like
but
say a lot of them. You got a damn good driver, a good wheelman, and one of them. You can keep one of those up front, especially on a tacky night. Them 8-inch G60s dig in pretty good when she's tacky.
when there's something there.
Yeah, and then when it gets slick, they go backwards.
Yeah.
Unless you got
These big meats.
a big 10-inch on there, But no, Ed's held the wheelman, so he done a lot of good there. And we had a real good time with that car down there at the Nationals at Lucas.
Yeah.
One down there and helped him out a little bit there, and I think we got it lined out pretty good there towards the end of the deal, because I think he started 20th or 21st in that feature and got up to 6th.
Yes. And if it
Well,
wasn't,
we won, 2 or 3 heat races that
Yeah.
night, and then led a couple of them B features, and then
Some-
that one night got taken out.
something would happen. It seemed
Well,
like
that one night, them guys got piled up, and he just barely guy spun around and barely caught the back tire and flattened it.
Yes, that was the disappointing night. I think he might have been up to third or something that night. And if I remember, one night we was watching, he was the fastest car on the track.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah,
And he was a coming on, and then something happened. And
yeah, got in that little scuffle there, and like I say, just cut the tire down, and then that was it there. But like I say, we went back and worked on it and stuff the next day, and like I say, we went out that next night, and we got faster and faster, you know. And like I say, he's like, "Oh, we got us a good hot rod."
he was so
Saturday
close,
night.
man. We
Yeah.
was rooting for him,
He-
watching him.
I'd say if he had started up about 6 or 8 more spots up, before
He coulda got it
he had
done.
a damn good chance of being a front runner in that sucker.
That's got to make you feel good, though, down there with your buddy, helping him race. I mean, you got best stock cars in the country was there as far as USRA cars.
Well,
And
it's- you know, like a lot of them guys, you know, them guys down there, and it's like even me going to the races weekly and stuff like that. I mean, there for a couple of years running the deal, I was a one-man band. You know, I was going everywhere by myself, you know. My wife was working a second job there. The daughter was going to go to college, and she was working a second job to help give her some money for spending, you know, while she was at college and all that stuff. So I went everywhere by myself. You know, I work on the car by myself most of the time. Now my oldest daughter, Sabrina, she's a hell of a little helper. I mean, she'll pull my motors and do all kinds of stuff, and she has everything nice and organized and
just like
all
that.
But most of the time I work everything by myself. Now I've got old Jake, he started in last year, come down and helping me quite a bit and stuff like that. And he plans on, I think, helping me this year. And then I think I got a little youngster that's kind of in on it and maybe wants to help out and learn some stuff. So I'm gonna try to take him some, but
So teaching some guys, I love that.
I tried
that.
to get the oldest daughter to drive that Camaro I built, and you know, and she's like, I don't like people watching me. And I was like, well, that's the whole point. So I drove it, took it down to Urbana, drove it down there, you know, on the deal, and I think that old car's in Oklahoma now. But
And sold.
you know, that's a good old car. If anybody's looking for a good Camaro, it's on there for sale down there. So
So your years running, what do you think your favorite track is?
well, I'll tell you, I loved Adrian. Adrian was I loved running Adrian. That track, like Adrian is like CMS is like the old Adrian to me right now, because everything operates smooth. The track's always smooth. Now you're going to have those nights when you get a lot of rain or
Something
during the
happened.
week or something. The track's going to be a little sloppy, a little rough. But other than that, you know, week in and week out, that track at CMS is smooth and everything operates perfectly usually.
Right.
And Adrian used to be the same way.
Yeah, you knew what to expect out of Glenn
Yeah,
every Saturday night.
yeah. And you weren't there until, you know, midnight or unless there was a big crowd of cars, you know, when late models came in or
Yeah.
something and had a big modified race. You know, back then that's about all they did at Adrian basically is the late models and the modified, you know,
Right.
big race. I mean, back then I think, well, I mean, hell, I think Steve won that 1,000 to win deal they had there at one time, you know. I
Yeah.
remember he was all pumped up about that, all super excited. You know?
Yeah, he told us about that yesterday. We had an interview with him.
Yep, I remember that.
The
day.
kids got bicycles. I thought that was great. He was talking about winning it earlier in the week, and the kids said, if you win, can we get bicycles? And they got bicycles.
Yeah, well, Steve just walked away with that old deal. And I say, old boy came back there. Old Jerry Meade came from the back in that deal.
Yeah, about got him. He
Yeah.
said when it come down to the line that
Yeah.
if he wouldn't have done what he did and diamond up in 3 and 4, it would have been a game over.
Yeah, like I say, it was always good racing down there at Adrian. I loved that track.
I miss it.
I like running at Lynn County too. You know, I mean, there was nights at Lynn County it was a little rough, you know, but other than that, I mean, it seemed to me I always had fun over there.
Right. Being
Like I say, back then, you know, like I say, until later, I mean, old Lamont was a good track to run. It was always pretty smooth. Trying to think where else we used to run all the time, but like I say, when I was helping Charlie quite a bit, you know, hell, we was going to old Osborne and running Osborne on Friday nights and sometimes Lakeside on Friday nights and then other nights, you know, and then we're going to, well, I'd say it was, it's I-35 now, but it used to, what we always called it, Oh, what's the name of the town there?
Oh, I can't remember.
But, yeah, but anyways.
Little bitty town.
It was before it was called I-35. That's what we wanted to go up there and race against, the modifieds up there. You had to outrun the Ashers and the Hibners,
Right.
But it was always good racing, and like I say, even other times that I wasn't racing, and like I say, Charlie was doing good. I think it was 6 or 7 years in a row we went to Boone Nationals. Ran up there.
That's a hell of a race up
Oh
there.
yeah, that's if nobody's been up there to watch that, they need to go up there and at least watch that a couple nights. That's a hell of an experience, and especially even get to racing. I've always wanted just to go out here and find an old cheap IMCA car, just go up there and run.
Right. I know there's guys take all kinds of modifieds up there that probably don't belong, but one of these days I hope to be one of them too. I want to go up there and try it.
Well, see, back in the middle 2000s, or probably 10, 15 years ago, up there at Boone, that was basically a big modified deal, And now it's got more now. I mean, the stock cars are a big deal up them IMCA cars. Stock cars are a big deal up there too. There's a lot of those, but when you can go up to a track and run 7 days straight up there and basically you're pushing out 500-600 cars a night on a track, and everything's dry slick.
Crazy.
I mean, which I know the dirt's different up there, but still, them guys, they're on top of their shit.
They'll work the track 5 or 6 times a night.
Oh, hell, more than that. It's usually over 10 heat races. And then they go out, and it takes them less than 15 minutes.
I can't imagine.
That's why around here sometimes I'm like, on some of these tracks, and guys around here, they're having a hard trouble. I'm like, just go up there and watch them.
Get some ideas. Not all dirt's the same, but you can take some ideas away that'll work for your dirt.
Yeah, exactly. Go up there and watch them one night.
We have a question. Aaron Poe wants to know if there's any plans for both cars for 2024.
Yes. Nick said he's gonna hit the Springfield race. Gonna be at the Big Buck. Gonna be at the Lehman.
Yeah, both cars will be, I know, at all the big money shows. Every big money show this thing will hit, and this thing probably will be at CMS quite a bit during weekly nights. This car will be there, Darren driving it, so. And Darren's won some races and won some, I think one night, he lost by about a foot to Carter one night for the 1,500 to win, I think. That was probably 5 years ago or so.
So, guy that knows how to get around a racetrack then.
Oh, yeah.
So, no pressure or nothing, but hoping see some good things come of
I
it.
call it double dipping. You can have 2 cars up in the money, then that's what I like.
There you go. There you go.
He'll probably outrun my ass all year.
Yeah, what are you gonna do then?
I'll just follow.
Switch back.
I'll just follow. That's what I'll do. If he's got a good line, I'm just gonna follow.
Just hang in there.
There ain't no reason to tear shit up.
Right.
No, especially with a new car. I mean, this car ain't got very many nights on it.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh looking.
Yeah, I got a new nose piece for her to freshen her up. I was put an old one on there because we was gonna take it down to Lucas at that race at the end of the year that they was gonna have, and then the weather came in, and canceled
I kind of shut that down.
I was like, there's no reason to put a new nose on it if we gotta use
that. I ain't sure that race wasn't about to be a big deal.
Well, it started out, I think, as 1,000 to win and went up to 2,000 to win.
Well, and not just that. I think about every car around was.
Oh, there'll be a lot of them there.
Gonna be there. I mean, you guys was looking at a couple B mains for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that still a little sour about Lucas, but
about that whole deal.
Yeah.
But that's such a good track to get to go back down there and run, and the Big Buck. I personally hope a lot of guys put all that aside to go run the Big Buck.
Oh, there'll be a lot of them down there. That's just. I mean, if you look at it, them guys come in and run them World of Outlaw late models and stuff. Now, back in the day, the Show Me 100 at West Plains, there was 120 late models there to run that deal. And it's like now, I know racing changes, but you go down there and them guys are making 50 grand
right
to race. And sometimes you're lucky if you get 48 late models.
Right.
We come to race for 5,000 and get 90 something.
Right.
I mean, to me, but I know a lot of people like to watch the late models. Sometimes it probably brings in a bigger crowd. And that's where you gotta make your money at. I mean, if you're running a racetrack, you know, what
Yeah,
brings
they
the crowd
don't,
in.
they don't make their money on them cars, they make their money on them people coming in the gate and buying a hot
I mean,
dog. and-
basically, when you got all them cars come in, that right there is basically just paying your payback back.
Right,
Everything that you make in them stands and that concession stand is what goes in your pocket and takes care of the other stuff.
right.
Usually, like I say, if you got a good track, what you bring in that pit gate's what pays your payout nightly. So,
I'm sure it's rough on a track owner, I can't imagine.
oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm good on trying to get my car to the racetrack
Oh,
for
hell,
every race.
I remember back early 2000s and stuff like that. Hell, I wouldn't pay my water bill, I'd make sure, it's like, hell, I gotta go race, Back in, my water bill was probably $35, but I was like, well, I need 25 of that to
And
get in the
fuel.
damn track. I need to get, to get in the track, it cost me $20 to get in the pits for a pit pass deal, and I need, well, back then, I was running old pump gas, so I was like, well, I need 2 or 3 gallons to get through the night for gas, and then I need some gas in my truck, so that my water bill's gonna have to hold off a week.
Nothing like racing for
But if
your
you
water
did
bill.
good that night, if you did good that night, you might make $50.
Just
So
put your money back into the water bill.
Yeah, exactly. I did that several times, but
I've heard
I've
some
been
good stories.
I've been pretty lucky about this last 6 years racing. Anyways, I know at least the last 6 with getting good cars and having some good luck and having damn good sponsors. I mean, I used to never have any, basically my mom's business when she had the restaurant was on the car. She gave me some gas money here and there. Plus she gave me a place to stay before I was ever married, worked on the road, and my mom gave me a place to stay, and
Right,
my cars were in her garage and
right.
stuff like that. And I had a few buddies, had business and stuff we had put on there and stuff, but nothing like I got now. I mean, I've got a lot of sponsors, a lot of them have stuck with me for the last 6 or 7 years at least.
Well, that was gonna be my next question. Who you got you need to thank while you got the camera in there?
Well, I know. Well, we got KM Boring. My buddy Mike Thompson out of Creighton there. Shoots construction out of Rolla, Missouri. A good friend Justin and Becky. They've been on board for quite a long time. Rust Gutters and Remodeling. He's been on board, I think, the last 5 or 6 years.
I'm sorry to interrupt. If your hands are touching the mic, they won't hear you.
Oh, my bad.
They
My
can't
bad,
hear
but-
you.
Yeah,
These great shirts too. Look at these shirts.
yeah, I've got new ones coming, so.
Nick's supposed to let us know when these new ones come out. I'm gonna have to get me
Yeah.
one of them boys.
And I'm no longer gonna be blue. The cars are gonna be fluorescent orange, gray, and black.
Okay.
Hell, and a little purple. Got a little purple in there.
Ain't no purple, but I know guys getting the same colors.
But let's see, we got Epic Plumbing, Rockin' A Distillery out of Creighton, Smith's Mobile Farm Repair. Trying to think, I know I got who all the rest of them are this year. Got Reedy's Tow out of Holden, Park City out of Garden City and Holden, 5 Star Innovations, old Bobby.
Yeah. Get your landscaping.
Yeah. Bobby comes out here at the farm and does a little work for me every once in a while. Kircher Motorsports, so Robert helps out a little bit every once in a while, mainly just giving me shit, yeah.
Make sure you got your dose, don't you?
Yeah, I got IM Heating and Cooling, Devin Irvin. Becker Trucking. C3 Welding and Fabrication. Tim's Lawn and Landscape out of Springfield. Dark Side Tattoo out of Clinton, Missouri. Gosh. Molder Fab bumpers, Midwest sheet metal. Crap. I know there's a few more in there.
We're gonna have to get him a list stored on the race car for the winter circle this year, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm on my Victory Performance. Bill's Septic Service. And you got also Nitro Mix Motorsports, Nitro Mix Sweetmeats.
Which we're still waiting on.
Which,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the way, I know that some people don't know about that. I don't know about that. What is that?
What's that?
Your Nick's Sweetmeats,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
that?
What is that?
Tell them what's
I'm
that all
actually a
about.
pretty good cook.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I'm a mediocre racer, but a damn good cook. And a pretty good bullshitter. Damn, definitely full of shit.
You do a little bit of catering though, right?
Oh yeah, I'll do some catering if you need a little birthday party or a little wedding reception or something like that. Whatever, I'll do it.
Do you have a website or anything or any
No,
kind of
I've
informational?
always just kind of did it by hearsay and usually had a banner here and there, but
Okay. People can't really hear me because the mics are like one directional. So I didn't know about it. So I figured people, if I didn't, they probably don't. So, one of them things.
yeah, I've never got publicized it too much, or whatever else, but.
Okay.
You can't mass produce it, quality goes down, so.
Yeah, I'm like I say, I was a mediocre racer, pretty damn good cook. Pretty damn good pool player too. That's something to tell you that. Some things I'm good at. And if Chris Kircher's watching, he knows I'm pretty good at cornhole too, because I whooped his ass here not too long ago with that. Took his money.
I'm sure
Thanks, buddy.
I'm sure he's going to be watching, or it either is or will be.
Oh yeah, I love taking Chris's money.
Might have to get some cornhole boards out, folks.
Yeah. Yep. Champion be in the house. Better not do that too hard, I might cramp up.
Pull a muscle.
Oh yeah, that's no shit.
Kenny, I'm curious about them trophies back there.
Yeah, so these,
Some of those are just recent trophies, and then the ones with the pistons on them or whatever, I finished in
Ooh, those are heavy, aren't they?
Power
these are
Ride.
nice.
That was the first year of the Power Ride National Points.
These are
Here in
nice.
frame. Yep, there you go.
I like these. These are slick. I like that. So these are Power Eye trophies.
That's for the national points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
10th
finished-
place and a 7th for
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, last year I was somewhat up there, but like I say, I think hell I skipped 6 or 7 races. Didn't even race there for
Right.
a while because we had troubles and had some bad luck, and I was like, I'm taking a little break.
Had to back off of it for a
Yep.
minute.
Yep, so I did that, and then that knocked us, I think I ended up finishing 19th or something, and still that ain't too bad, I guess, for missing a lot of races, but other than that, yeah, we did really good. Like I say, I think that second year, 2022, hell, we was up there, it was, heck, me, Aaron, Teddy, and Muskrat were
All neck and neck.
top 4 for quite a while. Deal there, and until the end of the year, and then I had some motor problems and had a motor going down on me, and then a couple other things, and like I say, and just had some bad luck down at Lebanon, that 2-night deal and some other deal, which dropped me down, and like I say, and then other guys had good nights, but that's the way it goes.
Randy Kircher said you win them trophies at the dog track.
And he just wishes he actually had some.
And then he also said Nitro is bad fast. So,
Them Kirchers are a good time, ain't they?
Yeah, I've got a lot more trophies, but a lot of them are in storage unit and tote right now because we're building a new house,
Yeah.
new shop, new house, and
What do you think is your favorite win?
I'd say probably my very first win deal there, and my dad was there, and my dad was so pumped. I mean, hell, Dad was all excited, and hell, come over and hell, he hugged on me, was emotional, and
Can't beat that.
no, and he was crying, and they got me all kind of like, oh shit, come on, Dad, come on. and cry in front of all these people.
Yeah.
You know, it was good to see how proud he was.
That's awesome.
Tim Poe said that you can cook. He said that you catered Aaron and Jesse's wedding, and he that you hurt his waistline during that summer.
Sounds like you caused somebody to poke a hole in their belt.
Yeah, I got there's a couple young kids down there at CMS. It's Denny Fitzpatrick's boys. And the one Cash, that little sucker. If I got ribs in that trailer, I smoke ribs and bring them down. You gotta watch out, little sucker. He be in there. He comes out there and there's barbecue sauce all over. He's
From his eyes
oh
to
hell yeah,
his chin.
this deal here smeared on, barbecue sauce dripping down, and he's like, "Damn, Nitro, them good ribs."
Did you taste them?
Yeah. Yeah, and then Mark's daughter, she's always asking, "You got them pork chops in there?" She always likes them pork chops.
I've been waiting. About every week I see him when he rolls in. I ask him if he's got them sweet meats, and of course he's only ever got one to offer me.
I don't think I've ever brought them down to Butler. Now, if you race at Orangeburg more often,
Well, I need to come up.
you know, you don't have to, park on the other road over there because you're not a super stock, you have to be on the back side.
Try to get opposite of you.
Yeah, you have to be on the other side of it.
Maybe I can get Aaron to put me a cone in
Yeah,
there.
you get over there in the mixed vegetable group over there, and they'll be able to toss up all the other guys.
Oh,
You
shit.
get super stock, then you get to get over on like T-Bone Road,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to work on that maybe.
Yeah, you get you one of these bad boys, and they fit right in, and you're like, shit, I'm gonna eat T-bones from now on.
Come for the racing
Yeah,
and stay for next sweet meat.
yeah, you over there on that other side over there, you're just gonna be chummy. And be over there picking up rib bones.
All I can get's potato salad. I can't get.
Yeah, I don't make that shit. I don't like a potato salad. Now, I got some damn good cheesy potatoes.
There you go.
I got some of the best around. Old Bobby Brown tell you that, man. Billy Shadden. Billy Shadden's all about them burn ends and them cheesy taters.
I can attest that neither one of these guys are thin, so they may know what they're talking about with the cheesy taters.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time to come on here with us.
One more thing.
We got one
Advice.
more. Oh, what kind of advice you got for new guys? New guys getting into these super stocks. What do you want to tell them?
Buy a decent car. That's one thing. Don't buy junk. Buy a decent car somewhere that you're going to start out in a decent car anyways. Mainly, be on top of your program. I mean, that's the big thing. You got to be dedicated to it. I mean, if you want to be successful at it, or any class, you're going to have to be dedicated to it.
Right.
But this class, I mean, like saying here, I mean, you're going to have to like big body cars. I mean, this ain't 2,400 pounds.
Right.
I mean, our weight limit now is 3,000, which most of us are 31, 32, 3,300,
Right.
depending on. But, I mean, these cars here, I mean, we got, 300-400 pounds of lead on the back of them.
Quite a bit on all of them, I see. Seems
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, if you want to start out in this class, just find a decent car, save your money up and start out with a decent car, and come ask the rest of us. I mean, we'll help. I help anybody out,
Right.
I'll give guys, there's a lot of them young kids that I gave stuff to, like one kid was gonna start out even in a pure stock. I gave him one of my older radiators, I gave him this and gave him that, go over and help him out. And I mean, just come talk to any of us.
Right.
I mean,
Come ask some questions.
yeah,
Don't be afraid to ask these guys.
Yeah, all of us will tell you. I mean, I'll help out as much as possible. I mean, I know Aaron's done it, and I mean, there's quite a few of us. I mean, we would jump in the car just to go out and
And make
And-
sure it's close enough or
Yeah,
on par.
or, you know, or run it, you know, in the hot laps, or go out and take a few laps afterwards just to see what it needs and stuff like that. But, I mean, you don't have to jump all gung-ho in and buy the best of shit. I mean,
Get comfortable first
yes.
before you start spending
Yeah,
the big bucks.
don't blow all your money and then figure out you can't drive or you're not gonna be dedicated to it and then be stuck, you know. Just go out and buy a decent car, spend a little money on it, figure out if you like it or not, and if you're gonna be able to handle it, and that way you're not in a hole.
Right. It's great.
Because you're
advice,
never
I
gonna
think.
get the money out of these what you spend on them, I guarantee you that.
No, you're
I mean,
not.
you can get lucky every once in a while and somebody will throw that cash out there, but by the way, I love cash, so Nick's always got shit for sale.
Everything's for sale.
Hell, I might sell my new car if we get the right money.
Start getting your wallet out.
Yeah, I like green bills.
I'll fix your checkbook.
Yeah, I'll always come across another one.
Yeah, that's
I can
true.
wheel and deal, so. But,
Anything you want to say I forgot to ask, or?
hell, I don't know. I think I got like early dementia, so I don't know.
I'll tell you what
You
was
already
comical
know.
is seeing you online with that Snapchat filter.
I know, we should have done that with a Snapchat.
And that's
With your weather
hilarious.
reports?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, we could have had a Snapchat face. That made it a little more interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys would've been-
Make sure you're friends with Nick on Facebook and on Snapchat.
I think I
so
did
you-
pretty good about not cussing either.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
There wasn't no shit fuck goddams in there.
Not till now.
Like a potty mouth, you know.
We try to keep it pretty clean.
Yeah, well, that's what had to think there a little bit.
We might be 16 and up rated. Probably 18 and up.
But yeah, these guys wanna, like I say, get out. This one of the good classes right here.
A lot of guys going to it.
You might wanna put your big boy pants on one of these days.
One of these days.
Yeah.
Try one out. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for the right time. It'll come
I don't know,
on.
you might have them, running that Midwest mod, might have them Huggies pull-ups on.
Hey. We'll have to work on it.
It's all right.
They got the tearaway sides for when
My
I
bad.
shit myself.
You might when you throw one of these heavy subbitches in the corner at 80 mile an hour.
Don't know if it's coming back or not.
Oh, that's there. It's a different feeling. You know,
Driving
they
over.
don't hike up, you know, as much,
Right.
but they will hike up. But other than that, yeah, it's a different deal.
Man, we sure appreciate you coming on. And
Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys.
we'll get a update at the track this year a couple times with Nick. We'll be racing where Nick's racing, so we're gonna get to see him and get to watch him race and get to hang out and stuff. So I look forward to that and getting to meet Darren.
Yep.
So he's not somebody I know, so hopefully he'll be up around here and you guys keep a lookout for the C1 and G11 this year.
Oh, look at that. You went with the G11, huh, didn't you? I'd have to put another little one back there on the little one back there.
Thanks everybody. Go like and follow the page. We'll see you next week.